How's it going, YouTube? Fellow Grom and Wheelie connoisseurs. Today I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to start inching your way towards doing your first circle wheelie. This is a really narrow lot, and if I had a bigger lot I would show you how to just start doing wide turns, because that's how it starts, is you just start doing really wide turns. These are going to be a little bit tighter of a demonstration than you'll be doing learning. You can either get in a double pegger if you're just starting. That's how I started, that's how a lot of people start. Bring it up, and you just want to bring it back to where you start slowing down. You're going to kind of ride the brake a little bit, you'll start slowing down, and the bike will naturally want to turn. You kind of dip your hip out a little bit. Yeah, this is way tighter than you'll get, but you're just going to want to lean out, bring your left elbow in, extend your right a little bit, dip your hip out, put a little bit more weight on your left foot than your right, and bring the bike just a little bit behind balance point. Slow the bike down a little bit. Let me look what mph I'm at. And the bike starts slowing down. I'm -1 in the front, so it'll be a little bit different for everybody, but so let's see. The bike starts turning around 9, 8. So somewhere in that vicinity, depending on your gearing. It helps to have an idle adjuster. You don't have to do as much throttle input, and it'll help from stalling. Once your circles start getting tighter, it's not so much of a big deal when you're doing huge circles around a big lot. That's how you're going to start. Start getting used to the bike turning. Sidewalk. I mean, it's just going to be like gradual turns like this. I'm going to have to set it down, but it's just going to be very gradual turns. And it's going to take you a while to learn that, and that's okay. And then once you do learn that, then you can start slowing the bike down even more, and the end goal is you want the bike to slow down and dip. So like this, the bike's going really slow, it's quiet. Yeah, that's how you know it's behind balance point. Just give it gas, feather the brake. I'm leaning way over. Right now my foot's on the middle plate because I don't like doing double peggers. But lean way over. I do, at least. The bike's gonna dip. My arm, my clutch hand is literally touching my chest right now. Just about. Just giving little bits of throttle input. My idle is 2000 right now. It's not turned up. Just keep tapping the brake. And then, these are pretty small circles, but when you get into those pinpoint circles that are just on a dime, the bike's gonna get really quiet. Mine almost wants to stall constantly. Like this. Yep, there it is. That's the only thing that I struggle with, is with my gearing, is it wanting to stall all the time. When I had stock, it was even worse. You can do it on stock, no problem, but so you can start off double pegger. I highly suggest getting used to doing a wheelie with your right foot here, left foot here. It's a lot easier because you have your weight already on the left side if you're doing a left-hand wheelie. I started off by bringing up wheelies like that, which is, the bike's gonna want to dip. It might be easier. Start off like this. Bring it up. And just move your foot over. It is going to make circles a lot easier, but that's how I was just doing those circles, was in that position. A lot easier to turn. Same thing, go around the lot, do big circles, practice that position. A lot of it is just, you gotta let the bike dip, bring it back past balance point, let the bike dip, and just lean into the circle. The bike will naturally turn and dip, and you just gotta let it. So altogether, I'm gonna turn my idle up. This is what you can do. I have to kind of finesse mine. So I'm gonna do 6K. It takes a lot to get the bike to be able to propel itself because it doesn't have much power. That freaking brake. So I'm leaning way over. These ones are big. These are bigger. And just keep the bike at your chest. Lean over. All of my weight is on my left foot right now. I'm barely resting my middle foot right now. Way on the left side. My left knee is slightly bent. Tapping the brake, making little taps. I'm barely making any adjustments on the throttle with my right hand. I can like give it little blips and let off, and the idle will carry it. That was all idle right there. All idle, all idle. But then it wants to die down and you gotta give it a little more gas. Keep in mind I'm -1 in the front. If you have a bigger sprocket in the rear or smaller in the front, or both, it's probably a lot easier. The bike will probably want to propel itself a lot more because you'll have more torque. But I don't think there's really much I can explain. Start by find yourself a big lot and start doing wide circles. Just learn how to turn. You'll get to a point to where you can't really get them any smaller. Like you'll do about this radius, like I was just doing. You know, about like this. They're pretty wide. And then there becomes a point to where you gotta commit. You gotta let the bike dip. It's gonna get really quiet. Me, I gotta struggle with not stalling it. But you gotta let it dip and have your finger ready to pull in the clutch. If it starts to want to stall like that, I didn't have to, but if it starts to sound like it wants to stall, just pull in the clutch. Really, really, really build a habit to pull in the clutch. If you're coming down, don't whiskey throttle. I've done it once, not really whiskey throttle, but the bike was coming down and to the left, and I didn't know what to do, and I just kind of went with it, and I went down left and got flown off right. So, and the best thing to do in that situation is just remember to pull in the clutch. Try to build as much muscle memory between the two fingers so you can independently pull in the clutch if you need to, if you start to have a oh shit moment. So I think that's about all I can explain for circles. The rest of it's going to be trial and error and practice and seat time, and I hope this video helped you. If it did, or if it does, I would really appreciate if you left a thumbs up on this video. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, more how-to videos, and my next video I guess will be how to do rough Louis. It's a little more challenging, and I'll try to explain those the best I can, and I will catch you guys in that video or a future video.